Welcome to my video. How you doing out there? I'm trying to show you how I think and what's going on in my mind. And many people tell me to teach, but I think I was born to sing, not teach. But see the struggle I face, I could tell you a lot of things because I work at one place for 5 years, one place for 2 years, and one place for 10 years. And I did my own thing on the side, and a lot of things happened to me. But this video, I'm going to talk about in the low-income neighborhood, the mistake we making. Now, the first mistake I see a lot of brothers doing and a lot of females doing, they live in a apartment and they drive in big luxury cars, right? And that big luxury cars that they clean up their credit for, they could have buy a house with it, maybe out of state. Could buy a house in PA for 10 grand. You could put money down for that 10 grand or that 5 grand that you put down on the car. You understand? You could do that with that. And a lot of brothers I see rolling around in rims up, built up, and he's putting money down on it. But when I go out of state, I say, well, you're paying $800 a month for insurance and for and the car payment. And then I realized for that you could do the same thing down in maybe in Florida or Tennessee or Maryland or Georgia. If you didn't have a good credit, you could have put down $5,000 on a house or $10,000 or $6,000, and you could have been doing the same thing. Or you could have transferred from your job here to another same facility down there, maybe a McDonald's, Kentucky, Costco, Macy's, Home Depot, or whatever job that offer transfer. You could do that. A lot of them don't think like that. Like I see a lot of them rolling around in a pretty cars and all that, but they don't have no like a foundation. Like they're still sleeping on the floor. So if you live in a low income neighborhood and you got a little money in your pocket, the best thing you want to do is invest in real estate. A roof over your head is always good, and you do not have to do it in New York City. All over America, not everything is expensive in America. It depends on the state that you are in. You understand? Just like you could go to California and walk into a marijuana store and smoke it. You can't do that in America, in New York City. No, there's no such thing like that here. You have medical marijuana. That's what it is. But down in North Carolina and those places, in Los Angeles, is different. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is, you don't take your money and do dumb things, man. Don't do the same mistake. You see, what I'm telling you is the mistake that I see a lot of people around me make, and also myself that make that mistake as a young child or a young teenager or first time running into money. You know what I'm saying? And when you're doing things like that, like getting a nice pretty cars and all that, you don't have a crib or you're still in the project, man, that don't look right, man. And some of us like young brothers that are African American or straight black men, we have children. Now, so we have to think of the children. You have to think of the children, like when they come up. And do I want my daughter to be living with the next man, or do my daughter have places to sleep? This is why I went out and buy a crib 6-bedroom down in Florida. And if it wasn't for the system, people attacking me, I would have still lived in Florida in my place, kicked back like that, car, garage and everything, relaxing, working, doing what I have to do. But I get tackled and I get harassed heavy. You understand? So this is what I was trying to see ahead of time. So if you watch this video, you need to look ahead of time, and you need to own a piece of real estate, and you need to focus on your children foundation, your foundation, and the generation after generation foundation. So if you have 8 grand, think what you're gonna do with the 8 grand. If you're on a job working, think if you could get a house out of state and transfer to the other facility and work, and life will be much easier. And the reason why I said that, I went to Fort Myers and see people working in McDonald's, and they're driving better cars than me and you up here. They live in their own apartment up here, down there. No, gas price high, and everything high, but tax is low, the insurance is low. You understand? You just have to just figure out how you're gonna make your way around town. And I have known some brothers also that was here wilding out, and just one day just get up and go down there, and they never came back. They just what? I ain't coming back up here to pay these expensive bills. You know, he stayed out there, married, find a woman, nice. If he was up here, he would have never found a woman like that. Understand? So a lot of them up here in New York City, when they go down south and live, they don't want to come back up here because they know how effed up this place is. You understand? But New York is the best place to be if you have a good job. But if you coming from a low income neighborhood, don't take your money and invest it in cars, man. Think about buying a house first and then get the car. You understand? Because with the real estate, you could always come out your pocket and buy another real estate. You don't have to come out your pocket to buy another real estate, and you could just